talking to Joe. One of the many categories we're always on the lookout for is Topeka authors. And here's a good one. Richard Nolan's works can be found under his name, R.R. Richardson, and those three R's match the trilogy he's working on. We welcome R.R. to the show. Before we get that RRR, we get all the three books here. Why are there two books? The third one is still in the works. RR, yes, right? The third one. Call you RR?
Well, actually, it's R. Richardson.
R. Richardson.
Yes. And the third one is currently in the works. I'm about halfway through it at this point. And it will be titled J.R. Van Helsing, following my first two, which the first one is The Rise and Fall of John Rosario up here.
Okay.
And The Hunter Reborn, the second book.
I'll hold these right up here. How long have you been a writer? How long have you been in Topeka?
I've been in Topeka for about a decade, a little bit over a decade, and I've been writing off and on for that time, but seriously for the last year.
Right. When will the trilogy be out? The third book?
The third book will be out, I'm hoping, in April.
Right.
So,
are you pleased with the progression of the story? Is there anything you could have gone back to The Hunter Reborn, or I wish I'd maybe altered this to make this happen in book 3, or you're happy with the way that the story's developed?
I'm completely happy. Every book is a story in itself, and it leads to one goal, and it's my protagonist, John Rosario, meeting Dracula.
Meeting Dracula?
Yes.
Dracula's still huge. Why do you suppose that is? We still love our vampires.
Oh, yes. They're very romanticized, and people are very popular with younger folks.
Right. I'll turn them over this way. We're talking with, it's R. Richardson with the trilogy he's got there. And how can we get the books? Amazon.com?
Amazon.com. You can also find them through my website at rrichardson.com. And they're on Nook and Kindle and Smashwords.com.
Okay, so look for the R. Richardson there. And I did want to ask, where did you get your training, such as in high school and in your higher education, to train for writing these?
I have worked with a professor, Gary Lowe. I believe he's now in Phoenix. And I also went to college recently for a different subject, but I studied heavily in writing.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure they're great, and here they are. This is R. Richardson, The Rise and Fall of John Rosario, going into the third one. The first one is The Hunter Reborn, and look for those books and our Topeka author, R. Richardson. So look for that at the R. Richardson website. So the RR would be just the whole initial thing.
Yes.
The whole thing.
Yes.
And thank you very much, Mr. Nolan, for coming over to see me, and hope you'll come see us again down the road when that whole trilogy's finished.
Absolutely.
I'd love to have you back. Okay. We'll take a break and be back with more of 13 News at 4.